Hey, what up? It's your boy Nick back at it again with another unfortunate scamming situation. This time by this artist that I'm sure you've probably heard of. But before that, I want to shout out two amazing patrons. So we're gonna start off with Beta Gadgets and Zombunny Creations. They are literally my first two patrons. I literally appreciate them so much. They've been with me since the very beginning, and I can't even express how crazy it is that somebody would be with me that long and like support me. So do check them out. Here's their socials. Back to the video. I want you to know I don't make these videos because I want you to be like sad or like pessimistic on the fandom. I just do them because like it's important to know. But anyway, BellaToons is an artist that I once found through DeviantArt, and by all accounts they are so talented, and like that's what makes this video really weird to make, is because when you actually look at all the things that they tried to strive for and the things that they did that I'll be getting into, it's crazy and really sad that this all happened. And even though like they are at fault, it's really just unfortunate. But BellaToons is an artist with a soft cartoony style, it's lineless, and it's very cute. However, today they stand accused of art theft and scamming around $7,000 from Kickstarter backers. Firstly, Bella has multiple accounts that have either been deleted or moved to alternates, and from what I've seen, Bella was around 15 or 16 when this began almost a year ago. First thing is tracing. The first example is a Fursona pins design, and I thought this was really odd because Bella has made original art for pins that are literally gorgeous and really didn't need to resort to heavy referencing or tracing. But beyond that, after a little bit of research, I found out it wasn't even true. This is actually an official Fursona pins design that Bella was getting commissioned. Even beyond that, Bella worked with Fursona pins for quite a while, at least since June of last year, according to their official Trello. However, the owner respectfully didn't want to comment on the situation, so please don't reach out to them. I just wanted to clear up that misinformation before we move forward, because I want people to remember it's important to talk about all the information as well as clear up things, because this picture I actually got from her official Beware. So it just kind of goes to show that you should kind of do a little bit of background research before you jump on the bandwagon. But that being said, there are some other examples that we are going to go into. December 19th, Spicy Doodle posted this piece, and January 9th, Bella posted this piece. It's an undeniable copy without credit. Bella made an apology post that was then deleted, but she claims that this design was sold to her by a now deactivated account. So that person stole the design and then sold it to Bella, so she's the one who scammed? But beyond this, there are actually several examples, like here's the original and here's Bella's. Here's the originals and here's Bella's, and for the most part, they really do kind of speak for themselves. But let's get into art scams. Let's start with the fact that she made a business called Bella Buddies. This is where she intended to make and take commissions of people's personas as plushies, as well as sell pride-based ones and pins. This started June 6th of 2020. All things considered, things looked like they were off to a great start. She was getting samples in, and they were all really high quality. I'm not sure if anyone received any of these, but they were individual commissions. But in July, she announced 14 plushies dropping in her shop by popular creators like Mutz, Cacti Mutt, Paradox Palm, Solar Saber, Blake Rose, and other really big names. By August, she was accepting pin commissions. By September, she was accepting bulk orders of plushies and making sweatshirts in her shop. Every month, it seemed like there was more and more being added to this endless list of this seemingly seamless company. She was taking sponsorship slots. She had a Kickstarter for the Pride Foxes. There were 6 in total, needing $1,400 in funding to be manufactured by September, and each one was already incredibly close to their goal. But then, by September, that's when you started seeing comments of, "Don't commission her, she's scamming people." And that's where it gets worse. Orders were starting to slow, and communication was starting to become non-existent. And on the 18th of September, they announced that they were going to be turning Bella Buddies into a sub-company for manufacturing pins. That alone had dozens of people riled up, claiming she's a scammer, with 0 replies from Bella herself. Her very last Instagram post in October, the comments were nothing but people upset. This is because while all of this was happening, Bella started a Kickstarter for Dia de los Muertos Evolution pins. Yes, while she made a company, a brand new company, she was also launching pins that were going to be manufactured probably by that same company. So it launched September 1st. And while she's already receiving comments about scamming and running off with people's money, each tier release had a different evolution pin. This Kickstarter was fully funded in exactly 1 month. In fact, the project reached a $5,000 goal, with 23 of those backers pledging over $100 each. October 1st, the pins reached their funding goal. Every tier was unlocked, and then October 20th, Bella drops off the face of social media. No contact, nothing. Even Cacti Mutt came forward with their experience with Bella. They commissioned her for their fursona Kenny, and everything looked like it was going smoothly, but then all of a sudden communication just stopped out of nowhere. The single plush was shipped to Bella's house, and it sits there to this day. And Cacti Mutt was forced to charge back the money, with no explanation as to why. The most recent thing we have from this entire situation is on the 18th of December. Bella posted 3 tweets, as well as mass replying to tons of people on Twitter. She had just apologized for being gone so long and never intended to be gone as long as she had. She admits to refunding several thousand incomplete orders, and if anyone still has open orders, to please contact her. She's very vaguely stated that both pin and plush orders will remain open because they are so close to being fully funded. Literally, if you go to her shop, there are still pre-orders up for $50. You can still give her money, and she will still accept it. Personally, I think this is incredibly disingenuous, because here's the gist. She intends to stay off social media, but is fine fulfilling orders if it reaches its goal. She claims that some of the pins have shipped and will be sent to the backers, but beyond that, there hasn't been any word on what's happening next, and none of those backers have received anything. But ultimately, she never made an official post on her Instagram for Bella Buddies, which to this day is still lost in limbo from October. No updates, nothing, just a plethora of upset comments and no explanation. So in conclusion, where did this all go wrong? Was it simply a case of too young, too ambitious, and too much on your plate? Honestly, I think so. The unfortunate thing is, Bella is not a bad artist, not at all. They have a crisp and unique style, yet chose to steal designs. They had a solid start with a plush company that could have genuinely become a huge success. Literally, I watched this thing grow and fall in the same few months. I was excited, and so were many others. The word mistake is a very forgiving word. People say, oh, I made a mistake. To say that all of this was a mistake, it's a bit too forgiving. Seeing as Bella was a minor when this happened, or at least people perceived her to be, a lot of people say that's why she messed things up. My thing is this. This is a prime example. You shouldn't be able to hide behind your age when dealing with thousands of dollars of people's money. If you are old enough to handle that money, you are old enough to handle the consequences. And yet, because of her age, there are almost zero repercussions aside from her popularity dropping and a few chargebacks. If you are a minor watching this, please take this with consideration, that you are allowed to have dreams and want to be a huge success. But please, for the love of everything in the whole world, do research. Don't overextend yourself, and this goes to everyone. If you are ever in the position of being on top a literal empire of cash with people expecting results, please do not just leave with no updates. Bella has effectively hurt her reputation with a lot of people, and she is so young. It is really hard to say what to do in this situation, aside from hopefully the people who request a refund will receive them, if it's still within the chargeback period. Bella, if you're watching, the longer you wait, the worse things will be. You messed up bad. And whether it was all within your control or not, you need to make a genuine public apology. On every single platform, you need to tell people if they're getting their orders or not, which orders are getting shipped, and which one needs refund. You need this entire list, and it needs to be public. You don't need to just say, oh, I have this list in the back of my mind, and I have this list separate, and, I'll contact those people. No, you need to be completely transparent from now on. Focus on the few things that you can do. Do not let this ruin your career before it even starts. Leaving at a time like this is cowardly. And as for the people whose designs you stole, it would be in good faith to give them the money you made off their designs. You need to face your actions and do what you need to do. And once it's all over, then you can leave.